It's time for the AFC Championship, and the wait is over for this rivalry game. It's the Broncos and the Chargers on Sunday Night Primetime.
Southern California has a new modern home for NFL football, and it is this place, wondrous SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood.
Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Denver Broncos and the Los Angeles Chargers. Hello, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The postseason continuing here on EA Sports. And, man, it is electric in here, and it should be conference championship time.
I don't know about you, but my butterflies in my stomach, they have iron wings in this one. And every guy I've ever talked to has all said the same thing. This game, the conference championship game, may have more intensity than even the Super Bowl because you know what the stakes are. You're trying so hard to get to the big game that this is the one that's the real challenge.
Gets a trip to sunny Arizona for Super Bowl 57. The AFC title game is underway. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback.
So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive.
And they'll be led out by a man who needs no introduction, one of the most exciting players in all of sports, now in his 6th season out of Texas A&M, Patrick Mahomes.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mahomes toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Mahomes got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Looks to throw on 3rd down. Little out route here, complete to Shepard. And he will have a Broncos first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Back to the ground, Cook. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And the Chargers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
Well, they certainly weren't afraid to let it fly early, and they hope that'll keep the defense honest and keep the offensive guys excited about getting back out there. They are in attack mode in this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
So here's the Charger offense making their way out.
Bringing him out is the future Hall of Famer, now in his 18th NFL season, Aaron Rodgers.
There have been very few quarterbacks in the NFL who have been as consistent throughout their career as Aaron Rodgers. He's been good for so long, and we've seen no decline in his skills. His accuracy and arm strength continue to elevate the talent around him, and his in-game mistakes, few and far between.
First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. Cameron Curl with the tackle that time.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now here's another carry for Harris. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy set the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
A first carry here for Kene Nwangu. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
On second down, here's Nwangu. And he'll be stopped at the 46. Gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And some space here. And they will finally drag him down at the Chargers' 33. 51 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there. They run again on first down. Cook. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Now a first carry for their fullback. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
The running game's played a huge part in getting him down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brought you.
They'll run with Cook. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with second down coming up. They'll run for it with Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal. No score after 1 on EA. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. Put this one through. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Harris. And he lost the football, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Well, obviously towards the sideline and saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover, but I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Well, agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense. Yeah. I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. 40 yards on the ground in this first half with a Super Bowl berth on the line. Up the middle, Nwangu. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is what every back in the league is supposed to do, exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
On 2nd and goal, here's the option. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, a 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Chargers have taken the lead here in this AFC title game.
Partner, it wasn't that long ago that when I talk with these NFL coaches about different innovations in the college game, you can see their eyes roll and they just shut down right away. Don't bring me that Joe College stuff. Well, guess what? The college game has definitely infiltrated its way into the NFL.
Yeah, and these guys, when you're seeing the option defensively, you got to stick to your assignments. I know that's cliche. They didn't do it there.
And option football means exactly what you just talked about. Assignment football for defenders. And that drives them crazy because you have to think your way through a play as opposed to just reacting and making the play.
This taken in at the goal line.
And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A give to the fullback on the dive. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The Broncos on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. That's taken on the 25. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, but then repeat it the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
Yeah, we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Harris running straight ahead. And he loses the football a second time. It's picked up by the Broncos. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Now, after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
Thing here is the challenge flag is out, and we're going to get a result. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Mahomes now on 1st down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. They'll wind up getting just a yard. Then it's 2nd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position. To actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put in.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd.
He's going to get this one down to Cook.
And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback.
And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line.
4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
The ball on the 8 still can get a first down technically. 2nd and 7.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Gabe Neighbors,
an 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Broncos have retaken the lead.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Offense returns to the field. There's the running back, the bruiser from Alabama, Damian Harris.
Yeah, this has been a game of contrast somewhat. As you see, he's had success moving the ball on the ground. That fumble on the last drive, though, that's now 2 that he's lost in this game.
And that's where it really hurts. It makes things difficult on a coach because you mentioned the success he's having, yet if he keeps turning it over, it negates all of that success. Take care of the football, and he's headed for a big game.
That is being brought down, 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 34-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers, he'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. To throw, it's Rodgers. He's going to air one out. He's got a man, complete. A big play there just before halftime. 52 yards. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a first and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now first and goal, expect them to tackle right here on this play.
A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll try to run with Harris. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Damian Harris in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Chargers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. So how about the season, Charles, if he continues to put together? That's now 25 rushing touchdowns on the year. That's getting into some very rarefied territory.
Yeah, it made you and I do a little extra homework prior to this one in anticipation because that one moves him past John Riggins with 24. He draws even with Emmitt Smith at 25 in 1995. Next up, Priest Holmes and Sean Alexander with 27. And the guy on top, LT, LaDainian Tomlinson, the Hall of Famer, he had 28 in 2006.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. And a white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, one half remains in the battle to see who will take home that Lamar Hunt trophy and represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's look back to the NFC Championship game held earlier today. And it is the Arizona Cardinals who are heading to the Super Bowl as they await the winner of this AFC Championship game. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Broncos. And even though they trail, they've had success running the football. Over 100 yards.
Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter.
And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation of kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year. And they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
They hand this off to Harris. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And he powers his way up past the 30. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They run again with Harris. Oh, he's got some breathing room.
96 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Holding, offense.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Rolling to his left.
And that one complete downfield to Johnson.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards on the play.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Now a give, running left is Harris. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the third quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, where are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball? Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just got to find a way to tackle someone.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
On second down, this is Harris. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially with... And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Matt Breida, an 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Chargers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Well, they were looking to pick up the first down on third and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partner. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
The extra point by York is up and good.
And that makes it a 21-10 game. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
Taken at the goal line.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, LA. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
The York on now for the extra point.
And the lead is up to 18 now. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
This fielded right at the goal line.
And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
They've gone to their down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play on who you think's going to get the ball and where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it, and on that play he did. So you've got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards. Now Mahomes.
Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation, let him sneak his way across, coming back underneath, put it in his hands, let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route. From midfield, here's Mahomes. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown!
Dalvin Cook,
50 yards.
And the Broncos get a bit closer.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17.
Broncos 17.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. So a sensational return there on special teams, a foot race that he was not going to lose. Now, meanwhile, while that was going on, we've got an injured player on the field. More from L.A. in a moment. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game. So he's really made his presence felt in this one.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a play fake. Rodgers sliding out of the... And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Poona Ford, the one to get to him and drop him.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. On the give, this is Harris.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. One quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl.
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the 4th quarter. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the fourth quarter, this possession gigantic. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And complete right side to Cook. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. And he's going to have a Broncos first down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. More from L.A. in a moment. On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Second down and 7. Mahomes going to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. So a fourth quarter pick 6 here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner. And I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick 6, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
New York now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Denver's offense now set to go. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. Now Mahomes to try again after the pick 6. He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That one goes for 24 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now a first down throw complete downfield. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Mahomes now to throw. Wide open. It's Marshall complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. They go play fake. Mahomes. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And the Broncos are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Here's Mahomes to throw. Trying to improvise. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watkins. Touchdown, Broncos. Sammy Watkins
A 1-yard touchdown reception.
And the Broncos have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. Well, they've been the cream of the crop in the AFC all season. It's becoming more and more evident that they're going to get a shot to play for that Super Bowl title.
The momentum has been building, and you mentioned how well they've played throughout the season. It's all come together for them, and they're really laser-focused on being that team to represent in the Super Bowl.
They have been dominant in this one.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return.
And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line.
The Broncos about set to go on offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type.
Down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Broncos on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. To throw, it's Mahomes. He sets to fire deep.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Now an inside draw. This is their fullback.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
On first down, Mahomes. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. To throw on 2nd and 10. Mahomes throwing middle, and it's complete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ballgame. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
And the Chargers are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Handoff here to Nwangu. They find some open field here. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the fourth.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed, like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
Alex Highsmith simply would not be stopped on that play. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. They'll go right back to Nwangu. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Here's Rodgers to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. He's got him in. Complete. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Jalen Waddle with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Chargers are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their 4th quarter lead. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot in a big game, their big playability. They can strike from anywhere.
And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches, and the 2-point attempt is turned aside. And the Broncos are going to get them. And it's a fumble. The Chargers now heading to the Super Bowl. Thanks to you all for watching, and good night.
She-Rag got me. She got me.